Good evening. Hello, welcome back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I hope you can, because now we've started. There's no going back. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all well. There's Neil Clark. Okay, so we're reaching YouTube. That's a good thing. Wait for a Facebook, and there's a Facebook message. Everything's loud and clear. I hope so. Anyway, okay, welcome back. I've been off. I've had a month off. Oh, the decadence. Loud and clear. Thank you, Neil. Yes, very good. Okay. So I had a month off. And just wanted to refill the creative tanks and what have you. And what are we doing this evening? Well, Amplitube 5 has landed, and I thought I would do a demo of Amplitube 5. I'm going to try very, very hard to keep on top of your messages here. Richard Wendell, Bill Rand, yeah. Ian Lee, hello Ian, loud and clear. Okay, right. I'm going to try my best to keep on top of your messages, but I'm doing something quite new. I'm using a laptop rather than the big computer, and I'm kind of setting everything up. So anyway, this is my stream. This is my live guitar stream, and I use Amplitube all the time. Have done for as long as I can remember, since Amplitube 3, or maybe even Amplitube 2, I can't remember. And I am endorsed. I am an artist. I'm an IKMultimedia artist, and they've sent me Amplitube 5, and it's absolutely superb. Like, straight out of the box. Straight out of the box, you can hear the improvements. So, let's hope I don't press the wrong button. There she is. Okay, so I'm not gonna do a product demo, as in I'm gonna show you every possible thing that it can do, but I'm gonna kind of run through it, how I use it, what I do with it, and how I accomplish the sounds that I get, and also how I do it. And there's been some changes in the interface, which is a vast improvement. The functionality of it is improved, but the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, is that it sounds better. End of story. And at the end of the day, that's what counts, you know. So welcome to everybody who may be joining us on the IKMultimedia sites or the Amplitube sites around the world. I don't know if we're getting out there. If we are, welcome. If we're not, can somebody share this to the IK or the Amplitube 5 sites? That would be great. Okay, so let's have a listen. Okay, now I'm going to turn my mic off, and I'm just going to play a little bit, and I'll tell you about this sound after you've listened to it. Let's talk about this. Now, what you're hearing there is obviously a Fender American tube, clean Fender it comes under. It's in the Amplitube collection. Now, what's important to say, I think, at this point, right out of the gate, is if we go to the speaker and we go to the room, okay, now what we're listening to as far as the ambulance is concerned, or should I say the ambience, this is the ambulance airport music, is the room. It's samples of rooms. That's not a digital reverb. Well, I guess it is a digital reverb, but It's specifically a room sample. Now, what we can do, we can pull these microphones back. We can do all kinds of permutations with these microphones. You know, we can have them all over the shop. But I guess if we pull them back, pull both of these mic stands back, and you see we have these room mics here also. Turn them up a little bit. And can you see those microphones on the top there? Opening to get a full stereo spread of the room. So, there. I'll have to switch my vocal mic off so you're not hearing this plectrum on the strings. Now, what we can do is we can change the room. We can change the room. I think this was the one that I liked the best. The nice thing about this is that when you change these rooms, these settings on these microphones stay the same. It doesn't take you to a kind of a default. It's kind of a, I guess it's not a tube station, but it's a, so you've got massive choice. Oof, listen to that. Again, I'll have to mute my vocal mic. If you go on the IKMultimedia website and you look up the construction of this, the programming of this, they have some unbelievable machinery which is used to record the room, pick up different ambiences of the room. And Paul, who's my contact at IK down in Oxford, or is it Cambridge? Cambridge. You know, pointed out this thing where the microphone's turning and the microphone's kind of, if you want, photographing the ambience of the room, you know. So you've got like limitless permutations on what's possible with all of this, you know. So, okay, that's the room stuff. That's just touching on the room stuff. Obviously, we could sit here for 2 hours and talk about the room, but let's just bring the room back a little bit. Let's bring the room back and close that up. We don't need quite as much as that. And tell you what, let's go back to that studio and get a slightly drier sound, because another thing that's changed, they're nice and dry, you see. Get back to here so you can see it. I'll try my best to remember to switch between the... Now, one thing that's really improved also, I believe, is the reverb. Okay, so now this is the digital reverb. This is not the room. This is a fantastic improvement, the reverbs and the delays, and you also have more options of the rack stuff. Okay, so when you have in the original Amplitube 5, I believe there was one digital reverb, but now you have how many do you have? You've got digital reverb, you've got a plate reverb, you've got a spring reverb. So there's a whole lot more stuff being introduced to this. And it's all drag and drop. Okay, so let's go back to the software so you can see this. So if I want to, let's say I want to put a graphic EQ on there, I drag it in like that. Okay, so it's all drag and drop. Let's put a digital chorus in there, you see, drag and drop. So the drop down menus are gone. So this and this applies for all of the this applies for everything in it, you know. So I'm going to go back to this thing's called Telly thing. That should take me back to the original sound. There it is. Okay. So that kind of improvement on the rack side of things is great. And God, look, you got so much more stuff to choose from than Amplitube 4. They've really been at it, you know. Now I use Amplitube 5 now. I used Amplitube 4 exclusively. Now I use Amplitube 5 exclusively. And it's amazing. I mean, like, as a lot of you know, I've been working in different studios, and yeah, it sounds lush, just to say the least. I hope it's coming through loud and clear. The level's looking strong. It does sound lush, Neil, and I think I got Amplitube 4 when it was new, and I can't remember how long ago that is. I really think it's possibly, like, I don't want to say 10 years, but hey, it's easy to underestimate how much the time flies. And you got to take into account what IKMultimedia have done in that 10 years with other products, like the B3, the Hammond B3 organ that they've brought out, and synthesizers and stuff. And you know, they've learned, not that they didn't know how to make great software with Amplitube 4, but if I understand it correctly, whatever is in Amplitube 5 that was in Amplitube 4 is not just a copy and paste job of Amplitube 4. It's Amplitube 4 all over again. They've done it from the ground up. They've started from the beginning, and they've made Amplitube 4 all over again, added all of these extra features and sounds and facilities, and it's called Amplitube 5, but Amplitube 4 is in the past. This is all new. This is all new. It's all been done again, and I'm enormously impressed by it. And like I say, I've been working in studios since, you know, messing about with Porter Studios as a teenager, and I've seen what purport to be upgrades or advances, and a lot of the time you can't tell the difference, but most definitely not the case with Amplitube 5. Straight out of the box, you hear the difference. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's have a look. Let's take a risk here, and okay, let's build a sound. Okay, let's build a sound. Now I think if I go to Amplitube 5, how do I go to default? There it is. There's default. Right. So Amplitube 5 default, okay, is basically this Marshall head. There she is. Okay. Now, have a listen to this. Have a listen to this. Now, first thing I do with any Marshall amp is I bring the treble back to about 9 o'clock, and I will bring the middle back to about there, and the presence is already back, because Marshall by default is a gritty sounding piece of gear, but it's not so gritty when you roll back the. Okay, so I'm going to knock the talk mic off, and let's just have a listen to this Marshall head. That sounds like a Marshall head. It's going through a 4x12 cab. Okay, now what we can do is as per Amplitube 4, we can change the speakers. Yeah, so we can put a vintage 30 in there. We can put the trusty old greenback. Where's the greenback? We can put a greenback in there. So, you know, you can in all of these speakers. I know this was available in 4, but it's available in 5, and it's done with a grand style. It's done with a grand style. So I'm gonna, for those of you who are new to my show, who may be tuning in for the first time because you've seen this linked on the IKMultimedia page, I'm going to play it to a backing track with this amp so we can hear it in action, because I think that's the way it needs to be heard with a piece of music. Okay, so let's just have a look at what we've got here, right? So bring the treble back, bring the middle back, presence is already back. See the preamp's only on what, 3? I hope you're all enjoying this, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get this beautiful digital reverb on. Let's get the digital reverb on. Find it. There's the delay. Okay, we'll put the delay on there. Let's build a sound. The digital reverb is there. Okay, so drag and drop. Listen to that. Okay. Oops, I got 2 digital reverbs on there. Okay, so I need to change him to digital delay. Whole lot of feedback. Bring the level down. Just a little bit. Okay, how's that sound? Again, I've got my talk mic on, so you're hearing the plectrum hit the strings. Shall we go all in? Let's have a look. Shall we go all in? And let's put the overdrive, the Ibanez overscream in there. Oh. Whoa! You don't want that. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Let's empty that. And go back to the reverb. Let's get the reverb in there. Sorry about that scream there. That was not intentional. Yeah. The thing is, when the overdrive comes on, it's on full blast. So how's that? Okay, everybody having a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody having a good time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a backing track, which is called What Blues Not Blues. It's like a blues thing. I'm going to play along for those of you who might want to hear me play a number. I know that this is a demo, but I'm more into playing than demoing, but I will be demoing. Okay, so let's have a go at Walker Road. Hopefully the mix is okay. Not Walker Road, What Blues Not Blues. That's more of a distorted sound than I would usually use, at least not for the first number. But, you know, that's basically the Marshall head with an overscream, Ibanez Overdrive with a bit of digital reverb and a bit of digital delay going through a lovely big old 4x12 cab. So, where's the cab? Oh, yeah, is that the cab? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really into Amplitube 5, Stuart. I'm really into Amplitube 5. Okay. So what was I going to do next now then? Let me see. I'll be able to tell you if I have a look at what's the next song, what the plan was. Yes, okay. Let's change guitars, okay, because because I can sit here and twiddle on all night, which is usually what I do. But the thing is the Amplitube can do so much. It can do so much that we can put the Les Paul through it, and we can put the Telly through it, put the Strat through it. We get all kinds of different sounds. Thank you very much, folks. I'm glad you're enjoying it. By the way, if there's any newcomers out there, make sure you subscribe or like my Facebook page or YouTube page, whichever you prefer, and stick around. Okay, so let's go back to the amplifier. Okay, so we've got the Telecaster on. So what we're going to do with the Telecaster, you might think, well, I reckon, I don't know if you can see this on your screen, but I have a folder here called Paul Rose, and it's got all of my sounds in it. I got a sound in there called Telly Thing. Let's hit it and see what happens. It's a Fender. And the guitar's not plugged in, like a true professional. Okay, let's see where we go with this. So we've got the Telecaster. Well, I don't know what you can hear out there, but what I can hear in here is a very nice Telly sound through a Fender Twin. That's what happens when you don't play for weeks. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so well, let's have a look at what we've got here. So we've got the decomp. Okay, we've got the decomp, which is a beautiful old MXR compressor. We've got the again that ambience. The ambience is coming from the room. Okay, that reverb's coming from the room. pretty much what you would expect a Fender Telecaster through a Fender amp to sound like. Let's try a different amp. Why don't we try the 57 Champ? Let's see what happens with this. Now with the 57 Custom Twin Amp, let's hear this. I can sit here and do that all day. Shall we take a risk and put the Dewey? I'll try and put the put this over screen into the right spot. Remember, it's always on full distortion when you switch it on. So pull the overdrive back and pull the tone back. Actually, you know, with these Fenders, I find that if you pull the overdrive right back like that, then you get that kind of sound you want. Now you see, I can hear, I mean, I'm familiar with that sound, you know, I can hear it, I can hear that Fender, that I can hear that sound, you know, it's like you feel it in your hands. The reverb, the ambience of that I highly recommend you go to the IKMultimedia website, or just YouTube in fact, and look for that system that they devised, where this microphone's going along the front of the speaker cabinet and it's turning like that, and it's picking up every single angle of how the sound's coming out of the the front of the speaker. So I mean, look, we haven't even gotten. Let's pull him back. Let's get him back, and let's get him back, and let's get him back, and listen to that. Bloody lovely, mind. Lovely. So, okay, let's go back to Telly thing. Just, you know, I mean, I'm just kind of making it up as I go along here. I have a few things stored, but I'm really just kind of having a look as we go, you know. So, we've got the Tremolo on there. Listen to that. See, that's what happens when I read your messages. I make mistakes. Let's mess with the reverb. So we've got the room reverb and the digital reverb there. Can you hear that reverb? I'll turn it up a bit. Ah, I like it. Okay, just trying. Hello. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying this, folks. You're not getting. I'm not getting a lot of chat because I guess that's because you're all mesmerised by this fantastic software. Like I say, I'm really a bit of a miserable old bugger, if the truth be told, and I like what I like, and if I don't like it, I don't use it. And this is the one that I use. I use it all the time. I've actually used it on every CD I've made since 2007 for bass and guitar. I really have. That's no exaggeration, unless it's been a live recording and I've been using an app. Okay, so let me see now. We're gonna take my teeth out here. Here's one I made called Danny and Roy. Okay, for those of you who know who Danny Gatton and Roy Buchanan were, they were Telecats, and they were some of the most brutal, hardcore Telly players that ever lived, and I've built this sound and I've called it Danny and Roy because Danny and Roy, it was like full volume, full tilt all the way. They did not pull any punches, and this is the kind of sound that I've come up with for the Danny and Roy sound. Possibly more reverb on there than I'd realise, but that's easy fixed by going to the... You go to the reverb here, pull it back. Okay. So there's an album by Danny Gatton called Unfinished Business, and Redneck Jazz Explosion was another one, and but Unfinished Business is the beast of all beasts, and of course Roy Buchanan's first and second album. But let's not forget Roy Buchanan live in Japan, and if you can find on YouTube Roy Buchanan playing Hey Joe live in Japan, or have a look for Roy Buchanan playing Down by the River from, I think it's New York. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Okay. And then you got Roy would play that beautiful sweet on the neck pickup. Danny and Roy, if you want these presets, send me an email. paul@paulrose.co.uk. If you have any questions, please. I'm not an IKMultimedia engineer. I'm not a programmer, and I'm not a customer relations guy, because I get a lot of emails from people asking us about how to operate, and they're having problems with the system or whatever, and that's not kind of, my name's Paul Rose, I'm a guitar player and I use IKMultimedia. I'm a consumer like the rest of you guys. I'm just lucky enough to be friends with the chaps at IKMultimedia, and they allow me to use their stuff and hopefully give it some promotion. But I don't program, and I don't repair, and I don't understand. The thing with this that I love so much is that it actually works like an amp. You just turn the amp on. You want reverb, you want less reverb, you want a pedal, it's very simple. Now, okay, let's go back to the amp. I've got one here that I use all the time. Actually, let's do a bit of Great. So, Fender Twin, decomp compressor, 4x10 cabinet, very little in the way of room, pull the room back. I'm using a digital delay, and I'm using a digital reverb. And little word of advice, ladies and gentlemen, always put your reverb, if you want, you can ignore this if you want, always put your reverb after your delay. So then you get reverb on your delays. Okay? You don't want to put delays on your reverb. Oh no. You want to put reverb. You don't want to put delays on your reverb. You want to put reverb on your delays. Okay, it's that simple. And so, oh, hang on a second. Let me focus on that a little bit more. So we go back to the rack. So the decay time is very long, and there's the decay time on the delay is very long. The mix is over halfway. Could be a bit further back. Feedback is halfway. So when you put your feedback halfway, I beg your pardon, when you put your mix halfway, then the guitar and the echo will be at the same volume. So the idea of that is that you can basically layer your chords, I've been doing this for donkey's years, but the thing is with the Amplitube 4s, it's a one-stop shop. I'm going to kill the vocal mic, and I'm just going to make some sounds. I'm going to create an ambulance. so it goes on. So you let the delay and the reverb carry on. I mean, I've been doing this with Amplitube 4 for quite some time now, and with Amplitube 5 it works much better because the delays and the reverbs are so vastly improved. Okay, so what else have we got? I'm going to do one more with the Telecaster, I think. I've got one here called... let's try... go back to Telly thing. I'm kind of... This could go on for hours. I hope are you all happy with that? You know, this is not a concise professional show. I'm going to do some chordal things, okay? I'm going to do some chordal things. Let's find which one are we looking for. Yeah, we're looking for that one, the one at the bottom of the list. And so I've gone back to the Fender Twin, the 410, and shall we? We'll have a little bit of digital reverb and delay mixed in with the room, and we'll just do a little minor blues thing. Amplitube 5. I like it very much. I like it very much. Let me just have a look now and get this other sound up. And I think what we're going to do is we've got one here called Single Coil. That a friend of mine on a lesson yesterday asked about this one. Yeah, the upgrade's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to get stratified, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get stratted up. Let's get stratted up. Okay. So this sound here is the sound that I use all the time. I use this all the time, folks. It's basically a Fender twin. It has a oof, look at that, it's got all kinds of stuff going on in there. Yeah, but I call this one Single Coil because it's I have a track called Single Coil, and this is the sound that I use for the track, so I called it Single Coil so that I knew which was the one that I was going to use. It's track 2. Okay, oops, let's get him back in place. So track 2, let's see what this sounds like, see what we got. Okay, let's play the song Single Coil. There it is. It's from the Promises album, which you can buy online. Remember that, buying records from artists used to happen apparently. Okay. There you go, folks. That's me using Amplitube 5. I like it very much indeed. I really do like it very much indeed. There's the floor pedal. Oh, look at that. It's got the uni vibe. Should we go, Hendrix? Just once more. Hang on a second. Yeah, Amplitube 5, okay. It's available now, it's fantastic, I love it, and I will be using it from here on in until Amplitube 6, if I'm still here, when Amplitube 6 comes out, because in all honesty, if you have a look at what's available in here as far as, look, carbs, all of these carbs, all of these speaker carbs, AC30s, Fenders, Marshalls, God, Orange, High Watt, everything, Leslie's, you got room mics, you got choice of microphone, you can actually change the speaker within the cabinet, you got every, I mean, look at the stomp boxes as we call them now, we used to call them pedals, got all of that, bloody hell, there's loads of them, look at that, it's a fuzz face, Hendrix fuzz face, you know, there's Electric Mistress flangers, there's, God almighty, swell pedals, crybabies. There's everything there. I don't have a controller hooked up. That's the only, I haven't demoed the wah-wah pedal because I don't have the, well, I have a controller, the usual controller hooked up here, but I haven't hooked up the wah-wah pedal controller because on this laptop I'm out of USB ports, although it's a very powerful laptop. Having said that, it's, well, I mean, it's just fantastic. It's very good. I'm impressed. So I'm going to push myself a little bit here. I have a PayPal account. Yeah, a line 6. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I have a PayPal account. If you want to drop me a line, if you want to email me, paul@paulrose.co.uk. I do online lessons. I teach online. One of my students is here tonight. 2 of my students, I think, are here tonight. Good evening, chaps. I'll see you all next week or the next couple of weeks. I've got a few spaces left. Drop me a line. Like I say, paul@paulrose.co.uk. Let's see if I can ruin everything. There you go. He keeps promising to do this song surgery, doesn't he? He keeps promising. Guitar Journey. Yeah, I'm doing all right, mate. Thank you very much. Nice to hear from you. We are on the guitar journey, very much so. The next song surgery will be on Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. and I'll be doing the song Hold On. I've been promising that since October, I think, but I will be doing it. You know, Christmas and all of that going on. What else can you do, you know? And we'll go back to this wide angle because I think that's a better shot. That might become my main shot now. We'll see. I think that's everything. Oh yes, live stream, ladies and gentlemen. My live stream will resume this Sunday night. Okay? The live stream, the regular live stream is back on Sunday night. And it might be that I'll keep the Thursday morning thing going as well. I am working on a couple of other projects that are pretty time consuming. I've got quite a few things going on behind the scenes. Just because I haven't been streaming doesn't mean that I haven't been busy. I'm going to show you I have. I just fancied a break from the live streaming. Whoa! Thank you very much, Guitar Journey. Guitar Journey has just put some money in the hat. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to do that, I've got a PayPal account. There it is. And I think that's everything I've got to say. Okay, so hope you enjoyed Amplitube 5. You know, I'm not the guy to do the big super slick what up YouTube stuff, you know. What up YouTube, and just like be Mr. Personality Plus, you know. What up YouTube? It's all amazing here. I'm not that chap. I'm a refined old geezer who likes sitting in his house playing a guitar with minimum fuss. You know, I'm not out beating the pavement every bloody day trying to get hits and likes. But mate, if you would like to subscribe or like to my page, be sure to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash it. No one else will be able to use it. Right. I think that's more or less everything I've got to say. Thank you very much. Is there anything else I want to touch on? I don't know. Bob Matthews is having a good laugh. Your son's having a good laugh. Well, now that we've got into that, I mean, if we're talking about having a bloody good laugh, no, I haven't got Benny Hill here, I'm afraid. Otherwise, I would have played the Benny Hill theme for you. Should we do one more? Yeah, let's do one more. Okay, just a second. Okay, I'm going to do one more. It's an old one from many years ago. Wow, that wood. Touch wood. Okay. Well, you know, you live and learn, ladies and gentlemen, you live and you learn. And we'll go back to, let's have a look at the construction of this amp. Should we go back to that Marshall? Should we go back to the, oh, let's go back to the Marshall. Right, so we'll hit default. There he is. Okay, so we're back with the Marshall, and you see that preamp there is quite, there's a lot of distortion from that preamp. So this is not exclusive to Amplitube. This is not exclusive to Amplitube, this pulling the treble back on a Marshall head. I do this with every Marshall amp I've ever used because I find them unbelievably harsh. But as you hear, Richie Blackmore's sound was anything but harsh. But I think the bottom line is what Richie Blackmore did with his amps. They scarcely resembled a shop Marshall by the time Blackmore was finished with them. Okay, how does that sound? So we'll go back to the reverb. Let's get the reverb in. Are you all what-upping it out there, ladies and gentlemen? Get what-upped. Beautiful, isn't it? Magnificent. Now remember, don't delay your reverbs, reverb your delays. Yeah. You don't want to go mad with this stuff, you know, it's just a That's noisy because I've got a lot of distortion on there, you know, and I've also got the volume control open. It's it isn't necessarily noisy. I think Amplitube 5 isn't as noisy as Amplitube 4 was. So, you know, many improvements. Here we go. Right, that's it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the show. Like I say, I'll be back on Sunday for a proper show. And just having fun there for the last couple of numbers. Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Live show, full show. And I hope you've enjoyed the Amplitube stuff. I did my best to show you how I use it. There are a myriad of options in there. But the thing is they all kind of work on the same basis. So whatever I've done with Fender Twins or Marshall Heads or room ambience or whatever, you can do the same thing with AC30s, Leslie speakers, high watts, orange, you know, it's endless. You've got everything you need in there. It's functional. It sounds phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And I am not kissing butt for breaks. I'm past that bullshit. Still streaming Sunday. That's right. Here we are. 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. EU time, 2 p.m. New York time, 11 a.m. LA time. So I will catch up on your messages after the show. So I'm going to press the night button and hopefully it'll do what I think it's supposed to do. We'll see. Otherwise, see you soon. Bye bye. Good night.